Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Legends of Runeterra. GicaForta here with some daily Legends of Runeterra content for you guys. Raising the bar every day. Today we are going into Meme Land. And Meme Land is, you know, those decks that tend to be funny, annoying as hell for your opponent of course, but they're actually very fun to play. Now, you may lose some with this deck, but the more you play with it, the more you get to understand how to manage the cards, how to play around with them, and how to win the game via a perfectly placed OTK. Now, this deck might have been done before, I have no idea. While this game was launched on the PC for like 2 months or so, I was unable to catch up on all the videos, of course. So, this is La Vita è Bella, the V there. It's an OTK deck. Now, most people will just look at it, and when you play against them, and like, oh, it's Noxus and Piltover, and they're like, oh yeah, it must be some of those burn decks. It's something quick to be done with. Surprise! There's control in this. Not that much in the form of actions. There are some actions, but more in the form of creatures to trade. Because you want to get to that juicy combo of cards to have in hand. So let's get over the deck quickly, and you'll quickly see what I'm talking about. Thermogenic Beam, Elixir of Wrath. That's one of them. Given ally, +3 attack this round. Precious Pet for trading. You can also tender that meat before you hit and swing for lethal. Rummage. Discard 2 to draw 2. This is perfectly used with the Spinning Axes generated by Draven. The champions that we have are 3 copies of V and 3 copies of Draven. Oop, there's low battery as always. Boom Crew Rookie. This is a misleading card, not entirely because it baits your opponent into using removals, because you would want to eliminate those removals before you plant V on the board. But it's also a good trader. Now, for 2 cost, 1/4, it can trade with most of the creatures that have 1 HP. Plus having 4 HP itself can prove to be, let's say, sturdier than other cards. So it can last for even 2 turns of defense. So it's pretty nice. I included it. We've got Crimson Disciple because this basically, let's say, prevents your opponent from either putting all the stuff on the board that might trigger Crimson Disciple's ability. Eager Apprentice, just 1 copy. Could have had more. I only have 1. When I'm summoned, refill to spell mana. Moving on, House Spider, of course for defensive purposes. Mystic Shot, again control. Transfusion, again for control. Crimson Curator, when I survive damage, create a random Crimson unit in your hand. Now, you may get one of these 4. Now, this is actually discardable. You don't want that. You may play it if, for whatever reason, you only have V on the board. It's actually pretty good, 5/5. But you may want to discard it using Rummage. Just an insight of mine. Might. This is another combo piece. Give an ally +3 attack and overwhelm this round. I think you know what I'm getting at with Lethal V. And we've got Gotcha, another control, and V. V, when I'm in play on hand, grant me +1 attack when you play another card. So what this does is when you play the cards to buff V when you want to push for that juicy OTK lethal, V gets buffed up, right? So she gets a 1 damage stack added on top of whatever card you played to buff her using the Might and the 1 cost Elixir of Wrath. Of course, you can also play those 0 cost spinning axes generated by Draven if you don't have, or you did manage to use Rummage on them and basically discard 2 spinning axes and draw 2 cards that may be of very use. So the combo is just like that. Get V in hand as much buffed up as possible and then drop her before your attack turn is. You'd want to do that, or maybe after your attack turn starts, just so your opponent may start putting stuff on the board. Avoid maybe a Will of Ionia. This is pretty much the enemy of this OTK deck. Actually, there's 2, so this could talk about 2 weaknesses. The barrier decks, of course, planting barrier on a creature that V wants to go overwhelm bananas on it. It's just gonna stop the OTK, and of course the recall decks, or the stun decks, or the frostbite. Okay, yeah. It has a lot of enemies, but if you play your cards right, because there are quite a lot of bait cards in here, and I'm talking about the Precious Pet, the Boom Crew Rookie, and the Crimson Disciple, also Half Spider, also Crimson Curator. A lot of cards that tend to bait your opponent into using removals, stuns, and whatever, and that's basically the target, to bait your opponent out and play V when it's safe and push for that lethal. So let's hop on to some gameplay and show you guys how this deck behaves. Okay, queuing up, and we have an opponent: Demacia, Freljord, Fiora, and Ash. Let's see. My opponent summons. Probably nothing. Yep. Thank you. So let's see what we can play next turn. We can bait. We're starting with the bait. And it looks like my opponent is not doing anything. Okay. My opponent already had Fiora in hand. And probably nothing else. Let's see what happens now. Will there be a trade? Yep. That's a trade. We're buffing it up. And looks like Fiora is going to die. Elixir of Iron. Elixir of Iron. Fiora did not die, but neither did my Crimson Disciple. But guess what? Fiora is gonna die now. Ooh. Gotcha. Okay. Well, he definitely wants to get rid of that one. Take heart. Let's see how much my opponent can tank. Actually, no. Let's just put the gotcha. That's 3 damage. 1 from the trade. That's exactly 4. Okay. Haha, 2 health buff. This Fiora game, back and forth, it's it's fun. Oh no! Oh, come on. No. Come back, mate. Okay, so we're back with our next match. I guess we managed to piss somebody off already. I wanted Fiora off the field. What part of not Fiora did, did he understand? Okay. Ooh, I've got the pet. Put that on. Defensive purposes, of course, or maybe attack. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna plant the Crimson Disciple. Just because it helps more with trading. And also dealing damage. That's bollocks. That's bollocks, but it's good. Thermogenic Beam, 1 copy baited. Let's see what else we can bait here. Come on, I'm aggro. Hit me. Uh-oh. That's a 4-3. I need a 3-cost Thermogenic Beam to get rid of it. Nothing much that I can do. he didn't put it up for trade. Mystic Shot would have permanently dealt with it. Can't play Thermogenic Beam. It's a slow spell. Just gonna skip here and summon the Boom Kuroki. So why I did that? Boom Kuroki, 2 mana, out of 5 mana, 3 mana remains. Play Thermogenic Beam for exactly 3 costs to get rid of 3 HP. And I got played. Well, happens. It happens. Thing is, I can attack. And I'm gonna get rid of it now using the Mystic Shot. A decent amount of damage has been dealt. Now V is getting buffed up slowly but steadily. Ooh, Draven, excellent. We can play Draven and get some spinning axes because we've got Rummage. We're not afraid to use it. So we'll get 1 spinning axe when we play Draven, and we'll get the second one when he deals, when he enters combat. Either it's attacking or defensive, it doesn't matter. But I want to get V. Let's hope we don't get a Will of Ionia. Or removal. Ah, Thermogenic Beam, come on. We've got no way of protecting her. Oh well. Guess I should have summoned Draven. But we got another V, nonetheless. Let's start generating those axes and try to get some of the combo cards. We already have 1. Actually 2. Actually, I think we have all of them. Uh, yeah, I think my opponent will play something here. I fairly doubt that he'll be left with just 3 damage. It's gonna be crazy. Get excited! Yeah. Now, because of this, I'm not going to generate the second spinning axe, meaning I'll have to pick something to throw away. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's bad. My opponent has 4 mana left, and I've seen how Hammerdinger decks work. He can basically spam a lot of turrets with just 4 mana. If he's got the spells, he's gonna generate the turrets, and basically I will be toast, because I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the champion yet, so I don't know how you generate specific turrets. But so far, my opponent just hit the exact spot to generate the elusive turret. And that's the second elusive turret. Okay. I have to see what that hero does. Because I think there are some specific cost spells that you can play in which you generate a specific turret. Yeah, and I have nothing nothing to do. The game is over. He got me! I was that close. He got me. Good game. Okay, so we're continuing. That match was so close. I mean, if that last turret and the buff didn't have it specifically, I would have been able to plant V and get the game. But that was a nice play from my opponent. I have to recognize. Good game. Now we're playing against a Noxus Shadow Isles deck with Darius and Elise. Miss Wraith. Okay. This could be the starter deck. I mean, we could very well leave a player that has just joined and is experimenting with the starter deck scarred for life. Hope is not the case. So, Codice Nemo. Yeah, I recognize the language in which that username is written. It's Italian. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, because I just put the deck name as La Vita è Bella. Okay, let's start spawning stuff.
Hello, dear. What have you got us into now?
So there's 2 ways in which I can gain additional cards, that is bodies, to defend with. Okay, that's acceptable. Golem's Beyond. Okay, I was hoping for some damage there. I wanted to play Transfusion. But no. That's a 4-3, and the Miss Race got buffed. Okay, I don't think this is the starter deck. This might be something interesting to look at.
Hello, dear. What have you got us into now?
Oh, that's a very big attack.
Not the face.
Come here, darling.
Now let's use Transfusion. generate a card, and we'll basically keep the Crimson Disciple. And we're in turn 5. We could very well play V. But I'm not making that mistake again. I'm going now with Draven to get those spinning axes to be able to play Rummage whenever that card will get into our hand. We've got 3 copies of it, so it should be fairly decent on draws. Rummage is actually good. If you are a combo deck and you're looking for combo pieces, Rummage is your friend. Okay, let's build up some discard stuff. No blockers there. Makes sense because Draven has quick attack. The opponent does not have sufficient HP to resist the quick attack. Then Draven stands on the board and his opponent does not. It's pretty simple. There's no other way. Oh, if I didn't explain this, but I think you guys already know, Darius came on the board. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. So in case you didn't know, when you defend, quick attack does not apply, only when you attack manually. Ooh. Ooh. I guess we're just gonna take some damage. Or we might use Draven. Get some more axes. Actually, just one of them. That will suffice.
My beautiful face.
My beautiful face. Okay, ooh. Ooh. This is getting better and better. We need some more combo cards. Let's see. Come on, lucky number 7, yes! What were the odds? I had Overwhelm, but I was missing some additional 3 damage. How big will you get? Sitting at 17 attack. Trading with a spider. Having Overwhelm. Now this is La Vita è Bella. And it's game over. We still get to see the animation of level up. Epic. A very big shout out to my channel supporters, Tom and Ruin Quad. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Ooh. 1800 XP.